This is Action Jack and Burgermeister behind the camera. We're at a really neat historical place. It has to do with Clark Gable. So get ready for some fun and interesting information.
Yes, so there's the beginning of our interesting information.
Yeah.
It's telling us hogs and horses can park here.
Yes, this saloon is...
I think the hog must be a Harley, right? It couldn't be the animal.
I think so.
Yeah, the Harley hog. And what a cute... That's the Pioneer Saloon, which is most famous thing here in Good
It's
Springs.
112 years old.
Yeah, that's old.
This was a big...
That's older than you and me, by the way.
Yes, it is. And this is a big... Clark County, by the way. This is famous for Clark Gable. That's just a coincidence.
This is where Nevada... Vegas is.
That's a memorial room, by the way.
Yeah, well, we're going to go in a second. What was I going to tell you?
For Mrs. Clark Gable. There was a nice gentleman that opened the door for us.
Yes.
Said, first time here? And we said, yes. And he said how much he loved it. We were super excited. By the way, this was like a little over 7 miles, 10 minutes off the 15 when you're going to Vegas. When you're coming to Las Vegas from San Diego or Bakersfield or Los Angeles, you'll come to this off-ramp here. And this is for Jean, Nevada. So it's a fun little stop.
So go to Jean, turn left, go 7 miles as you're in Good Springs. I give good directions.
Excellent. Look at that. That's a tin ceiling. It's beautiful.
The whole building is made out of tin, by the way. The whole building is made. This town, by the way, just a little FYI, was started for lead mining.
Yep.
And in the 1850s, yeah, get the lead out, I know.
Right there, those are bullet holes.
Yeah, they had
From
the
a
gunfight. Yeah, that 1915. I remember that. So this thing was only a couple years old, and they're already having gunfights.
When you say remember that, you weren't there in 1915.
No. You know how you read little notices on the wall and stuff, and then you look up stuff. So that's how I remember that.
Super patriotic place. People come from all over the world to come to this for a variety of reasons.
We ran into a cute young couple. It's coming up shortly.
There's Clark Gable over there, right there. So
yeah, but we haven't gotten to the room yet with it.
Clark Gable is one of maybe the biggest. All right, that's a little
I'm not
off-color.
a proctologist. No. Oh, I'm trying to read what it says.
I don't want to go there.
Better not. Never mind. I don't know what the rest said anyway. So somebody can pause the video and do the reading.
It's supposed to be humor, but it's not my type of humor.
Well, there's the back patio. We're on the stage right now where the band plays. This is the stage.
Yep, and they have entertainment regularly. They're open 7 days a week. They're open at 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday through Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they open at 9 a.m. and they have really great breakfast there, which is an American country breakfast, which is just fantastic. And this really fills up. So Briggy and I are early birds, so we're among the very first ones when they first opened up. So it was very exciting. This is much nicer than I anticipated, and people from all over the world are come to this place. And this is world famous.
You can see this is a big venue when people come at night, and that's usually when I'm thinking that drive to the 15 rather.
It's short.
It's short, but after people have been imbibing in the juices for the night.
Well, we encourage responsibility, and I haven't heard anything bad about it. So it's a very fun place. So
got a bowling green.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's got a bowling green.
Yeah, and at night the stars are bright here.
Oh, I know. Can you imagine? You don't have any lights coming around. You could actually see the stars.
You know, it was fun driving here too because it's a nearly a straight road, but it's a ribbon. It goes up and down and up and down. You get kind of a nice Steve McQueen vibe when you're driving through here.
Roller coaster. By the way, do you know that the patio? This is the patio. That the population of this little town is only like 200 people, so it's not exactly a metropolis.
No, and never was, but did have close to 1,000 people at the height of their mining.
Yeah, they mined. What did they mine? They mined lead, tin, zinc, and even gold. Yes. Around the turn of the 1900s, they found some gold up in them there hills.
So this is the gifts shop here, which is really nice. That is an outhouse.
Jack's favorite room.
Right, so you can knock on if you need to use that, but then it's just comedy that ensues after that.
That's kind of like Knott's Berry Farm. They got that guy sitting in the cage and he talks to you.
That's exactly it. So this is very Knott's Berry Farm, Disney-ish.
Even though they didn't get their ideas about it from here, they did get it from Calico out off the 15 by Yermo or whatever. It is Yermo, I think.
Yeah, that's if you're coming from San Diego.
Oh, and Newberry Springs. Yeah.
Right.
Going to Vegas.
Right. which is in the movie Cars, the Disney movie Cars. Got a ton of stuff here related to there, including that album.
Oh, there's the whiskey bottles too, by the way. They make their own whiskey.
Yeah, this
And
very
we did buy a couple of bottles as gifts, so that should be fun.
yes, and this place is famous worldwide. And here are some friends of ours from the UK. So these two gorgeous people, they're very famous. You're on BBC. What's the name of this?
Don't Tell the Bride.
Don't Tell the Bride.
Yeah.
And 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
And today's the exact wedding anniversary.
It is.
Today, yes.
And your names are
It's Victoria and I'm Adam.
Victoria and Adam. And so if we went to BBC, Victoria and Adam.
Yep. You'll see it. Yeah.
And what's the name of the show again?
Don't Tell
But
the
we still
Bride.
look like
Is
us.
it still on?
He's still on. Yeah, he's still on at the moment, and it's on the BBC website.
That's fantastic.
I just Google it usually, and then you'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, you'll see me find a really bad Elvis.
So how did you know about this place?
How did you find out? We came here.
We came here a few years ago and thought
10
it
or
was
12 years ago.
absolutely awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you know about Clark Gable and the history?
Know about Clark Gable and
That's kind of
Gable-Lombard.
what was attracted to us.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. We took the Jeep that we got on rental. We went up towards Mount Potassi yesterday to go and try and have a run up there on the UTV trails.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Was that
I'm
fun?
into my wheeling. Yeah, I like Jeeps and 4x4s. So.
Well, very good. Well, we're honored. It's our first time here.
Yeah,
There's so much to see here. You never, there's, like I said, we're here a week every 3 months. I've been doing it for 30 years. I never run out of stuff.
it's unreal. We're on our 5th trip now to Vegas.
We visited more
Yeah.
this city and its surrounding area than any other place in
I can never
America.
get bored. There's just something to learn, something.
Oh,
to
there's
see,
so much. Well, I'm gonna stop this now. So we watched their episode on the BBC.
It was series 12 and episode 9, or series 9, episode 12.
It's called "Don't Tell the Bride," and it's about how they do weddings. So she
And this
was,
is the mom and daughter there.
and here's the dad and his son. And she was expecting a very fancy wedding. Instead, they had a fun wedding that had to do with cars.
Automobiles.
That's very funny.
Yeah, so
Right.
it was really cute. So we watched part of the episode. That's where we got the photos from.
Yes, it looks like a great idea for a show, by the way.
Yeah. And they got a wedding out of it.
Yes. All right, now we're in the Gable-Lombard Memorial Room.
And yes, and lots of Clark Gable stuff too. Because she died in that plane crash about 11 miles from here. And what a tragedy
It was
during
in
World War II.
1942.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning of the war. This is the movie Gone with the Wind was recently out.
Yeah, that was in 39, so it's been...
It was filmed in 39, but it was released in 1940.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
you're the movie guy. You
Yeah,
know all that stuff.
And it was out for many years.
Oh, it's still out.
Yeah, so anyway, it's a big movie. There's a scene in Gone with the Wind that I think is one of the most moving scenes in cinema history, and that's when Clark Gable is grieving over the death of his daughter, who was a young girl who was killed when she was riding her pony. The scene is so incredibly moving, but I can only imagine Clark Gable could emote like that through pain.
And he sat at the bar here at the Pioneer Saloon for 3 long, interminable days, waiting to hear, were there any survivors? Did Carol make it? And he sat at that bar, and we have it coming up, a picture of the burn marks on the bar from where he would put out his cigarettes. And he just drank whiskey and smoked and drank whiskey and smoked until they told him that all 22 people had perished. There were no survivors.
He was holding out that she would have survived.
Yeah. The plane had left Las Vegas and was heading to Hollywood, to L.A. They'd been doing war bond sales, and what a tragic end to that.
Although
And
he's in his 40s, he went and he served as
in the Air Force.
in the Air Force, and
Yeah.
he did some very dangerous missions because he felt like life wasn't worth living without his Carol. And very, very heroic and brave man
Yeah.
here. And Carol Lombard, we've seen some of her movies, and she is a really talented comedian.
Yes. Now the younger generation wouldn't watch any of these old movies, but they are classics.
I met some
They're
younger
all
people
classics.
though, like Jordan Lee. You know, he's a young guy, and he loves. He has the channel Days with Jordan the Lion.
Oh.
Yeah, and he loves Carol Lombard. In fact, I found out about Carol Lombard really from him.
Oh, well, see, I like some for old movies. So here is an interesting thing coming up. There's a video game for this Pioneer Saloon. It's called something New Vegas here.
Right.
But I can't see what the name of it is. Anyway, we ran into a young guy. He came to the saloon because of this, because it's a very popular video game. And I don't play video games. You don't play video games.
No, not yet.
So, not yet.
Fallout is the name.
Fallout, that's it. See?
Fallout.
Yes. And all these characters and things here on this table, also here in the Carol Lombard Clark Gable room. That's the kid right there. You can see his arm a bit. Anyway, that's all from that video game.
Yeah, it all takes place here. And it's called
Yes.
Fallout because when the atomic weapons were first deployed, they were right here in Las Vegas, and people used to watch the atomic explosions. And there was Fallout.
No
They
idea
did-
about radiation or
No.
radiation poisoning.
No, it's
It's unbelievable.
and there's also a rock band dedicated an album to Good Springs here and to this Pioneer Saloon.
I think, shouldn't I be coming up
Yep,
here
there's,
holding
there's
it?
the guitar right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Oh,
now,
no. First thing is, we got this bar here.
that's where Clark Gable put out his cigarettes.
We
right
do
there.
everything out of order.
Yeah. And that's the exact place where he sat, where that stool
Yeah.
is, right there. There is the rock album.
Yeah, that's the album.
Yeah, so people come from all over the world for this too.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
What? I know you're shocked.
So this is
It's got a bomb on the cover, see? Bombs away.
right. I've been to that actual
Yeah, I know
bombing
you have.
area there in Area 51, and this is a historical marker to showing the significance of this place.
Yeah, it's a historical site now, so they won't be tearing it down anytime soon. Just look at the outside. It's pretty rustic.
That's-
I love this rustic door and all that.
We loved it as soon as we got here.
Yeah, it's so great. And it's old. Now, it's old in California, you know. I mean, in Europe,
Nevada.
everything is 1,000 years old and everything. Here, a couple hundred is old.
Right.
But
As we said, there's plenty of stars at night because there's no ambient light here. This is far away from Las Vegas. And there's also wild horses and burros here. So we've
Yeah.
seen them before. And the horses that we saw were super nice. They wanted us to feed them, but we opted
poor starving horses.
we opted not to. They wanted apples from us and stuff. This is what it looks like when you first come into town. There's also an old graveyard there. And when you're taking off the 15, you'll come right there at Terrible Herbst, which is
Gas station.
right, and that's for Gene, Nevada, and Bergie is doing her Steve McQueen here as we're going down
Mario
here.
Andretti.
Yeah, it's about 7.
Michael Schumacher.
Yes, Michael Schumacher.
Name your fast drivers.
So now we're going under the 15. It's just about 10 minutes, but you go way out here in the middle
Yeah,
of
it's
nowhere.
a 7-mile drive. And it's
Yeah.
just literally straight out into the desert. We thought we'd put this at the end of the video so that you wouldn't
Get
be
bored,
bored
at
at
the
the
beginning.
beginning.
But just to know it's not
Yeah.
that big of a commitment.
Yeah,
And-
7 miles doesn't take long to drive.
No, and this nice ribbon road that goes up and down and up and down. It's really kind of fun
Yeah.
to go there.
So this is our road. So we double speed it. And this is not the whole thing, so it's coming to an end here.
Yes, and it's just a great place. Couldn't recommend it enough. It was so much better than I thought. You get there really quickly, just 7 minutes or so off the
Isn't that
freeway.
funny how many years it took us to finally get there?
There's
Always
n-
think about going certain places and you go one day aisle, one day aisle.
Well, I really didn't know about the place until
so now one day aisle here.
yes. So now I would recommend it to everybody on your way to Vegas. It is a fantastic place to see.
Yeah,
so
it's only 45 miles from Vegas. It's very close to Vegas, so
Yeah, so
it's
if
not
you-
like it's too far. I imagine half the people that work there live in Vegas, since the population here is only like 200.
you're going to have a great time when you go there. So on behalf of my lovely bride Burgermeister, this is Action Jack saying we'll be back and it will be soon. And that's the name of that tune. And if you liked our video, please hit like. If you give us a comment, that really helps us with our algorithms. And share the video too. And one more thing, Please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. Thank you.